It was really wonderful. We have a free space to share our experiences, especially in the digital era where we are saying there is a lot that is happening. You know, there's a lot of online vulnerability, cyberbullying, trolling, identity theft, scamming, trickery, you can name it all. So we really need to be vigilant in terms of our conduct as people. We really need to believe that as you go out there, be ambassadors for online safety. You have someone who doesn't know how to protect themselves on these digital spaces. Use social media more wise. That will actually help with the future generation. So in so doing, a lot of social media addictions are now coming up. We need to be more in control of ourselves, in control of the digital gadgets, not in control by them. So the human being is more superior than the gadget. Take control of it. We need to take this social media break so that we preserve our mental health. We really need to be more wise in terms of creating our digital platform because it will affect our footprint for years to come. When you're now looking for job as someone who's a major in terms of social tourism, who is into motormate, people actually do background check. Who is Gam, who is Tino, who is Tinashe, you know, they will do those background checks, so you might really miss out something because of what you've done today. So what your moves, what you do online, what you do with other people, don't be the perpetrator of these online platforms. Don't cyberbully other people. We really know the implication now. We really know that is bad, it's harm. So spread good news, spread love.
As you know that since the outbreak of COVID-19, we moved from working physically to working from home, and then our work mainly moved to online spaces. Apart from being our workspace, it then became our home, and even for young people, it became their homes. They spent their time online during lockdown. And because of that, issues to do with online gender-based violence or cyberbullying, that's when it started. It was there, but that was when we saw an increase in the numbers of online abuse, mainly targeted on women, young people, or key populations. So since then, there has been an increase, and the regulations around how can we protect vulnerable groups, be it women, girls, young people, are not clear. We have the Cyber Act, which protects or regulates the use of digital platforms, but it doesn't really states or clearly states how women or young people or girls should be protected online. The act is not clear on that. So that is one of the challenges that we are facing as a country. Despite having very good legal frameworks, but their implementation as far as protecting women, young people is concerned is not very clear. So I think that is an issue or an area where we need to maybe advocate so that our government or the relevant ministries could address that. Another issue as well is the issue to do with identifying the abusers, identifying the person behind the account that's abusing someone, because that makes it difficult for even the law on its own to protect us. So I think that is a challenge on its own. For example, if someone is harassing me right now with an account written Ndavani, to be honest, to know who the person behind Ndavani is physically becomes a challenge now. So in as much as we are saying we are working online, it's now our home, we are embracing the digital space, we also have to be aware of the challenges that are coming with that innovation, to say you can not really identify the person behind Mudavanu in most cases. So we have to be careful. What I can only say and encourage, keep your content clean, don't spread hate speech. Let's be aware of all the forms of online violence like cyber stalking, sharing of pictures, unsolicited pictures, or sharing information that's not truthful. So let's refrain from that and keep our digital spaces violence free. I think.
Rev, ndine mubvunzo wakanangana nenguva yatakurarama.
yemasaisai munopaonawo sei kuti tingati role ingaplewa nechechi mukudzoredzera nekuvandudza upenyu hwevanhu, nekuti tidzoredzera nekuti torarama sei kana tichinge taenda pamasocial media pangava pamaindaneti, vanhu varare muupenyu hunoika kusvika Mwari. Zvii zvatingaita kana kuti chechi sechechi chii chatiri kuita kuti tinge tichigarisana nezvakanaka?
Chekutanga, wataura nyaya yemasaisai. Pane masaisai anofamba asingaoneke munhu wacho, kozoita masaisai anofamba munhu achioneka, ekuti maybe inenge iri video. Pane chinhu chakakosha zvikuru yatingati maybe presentability, kuti munhu ari presentable zvakadii asati afunga zvikanda pamasaisai, kana iyo mumwe angadecide kukanda mumwe munhu pamasaisai. It embarrasses a lot to be associated nemunhu anokandwa pamasaisai asina kushambidzika. Saka chinhu chakakosha to be presentable. Zvekare patinenge tichikanda zvinhu pamasaisai panoda some responsibility, because tikakanda chinhu pamasaisai without deeper thought, it will embarrass the one who has posted and those who are associated to that one aposter. Ndo pamunotozoona pamwe pacho panozoita inenge cyberbullying, when people are mocking each other, referring to a post yaitwa isina deep thought. So as a church, we need to train each other kuitira kuti munhu asati aposta chinhu ngaafunge kairi katatu kuti what I'm posting worthy posting, or otherwise which I say no, this is not worthy posting, I'll do it next time with a better and creative and responsible post.
Ini ndoitwa Mishek Dua, ndoitwa motameri ndiri pana paMount Game Training Center pana.
Indonzi tapiwa na Chespad, ndiri pana paMount Training Center ndoita motameri.
Ndadzidza zvakawandisa sterek. Chekutanga ndadzidza ma-advantages of using social medias. Social media yakanakira kuti pa-communication vanhu vanocommunicata, vanotaura zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana, vanosenderana information, pakuti inini tomboti nda kucommunicata nemunhu ari somewhere asiri kana muno munyika mandogara, tocommunicata easily nemunhu ari abroad zvakanaka pasina kana kukanganisika, zviri fast. And social media yakanakira kuti inotipawo entertainment patime dzimwe dzedziya dzatinenge tasangana nezvinhu zvinongombotinetsawo, tikamboonawo mavidheos mafanizi, tikamboonawo kana anything chinotipawo kuti varaidzike, tinoonawo zvakawanda pasocial media. Inotibatsira pakuziva zvinhu zviri kuitika surrounding or munyika medu, kuti tomboti paitika madisasters or pane zviri kunetsa munyika munomu, toudzwa zvese kuti tomboti pakamboitika cyclone pepai, toudzwa kuti paitika outbreak chichi covid, vanhu taingoshare information, tichingoita ma-online, kana kuti unzi kumachechi taingoita online, tichingoparidzirana chichi using social media. Aiwa, program ino yatibatsira tasimudziro zvokuti zvimwe zvinhu zvakasingazive takuziva, tingotenda kuti mukuti simudzira semayuthi hatizonyanya kupinda matambudziko akaita seaya ambotaura madrug abuse chichi, zvakawanda matibatsira sterek.
Raitsira ndanga ndisingazive ma-disadvantages e-social media, asi muzuva ranhasi kuuya kwavaita ndazvidzidza. And social media inogona kukanganisa munhu mupfungwa. Social media inogona kukonzeresa ma-online dating, zvozokonzera kuti pave nema-death rate evanhu vakawanda, ma-youth vanenge vachifa kuburikidza nepressure inenge yamupfungwa, uyezve zvinogona kuparadza vanhu vakawanda. zvesocial media through vanhu vanogona kungoposta, let's say it's WhatsApp, munhu anogona kungoposta status rinopa kuti ndibatikane. Saka social media inopa kuti vanhu vashupane. Izvozvo ndo zvandadzidza.
Good day, you are speaking to Ivan Tomuseni. I come to you today speaking about peer pressure. Peer pressure comes in schools, workplaces, everywhere, etc., etc. Peer pressure is the pressure given to a person or to one by their peers or by their friends. Peer pressure is affecting the society in a huge way. Yekuti vakomana nevasikana vari kupuwa pressure nemafriends avo kuti vaite zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana. Example, kurara nevakomana, vasikana vari kupuwa mapressure ekunzi rara nemukomana. Others are doing it. Why are you also not doing it? In other examples, let's go to guys. Guys, they want to join a group of friends because they're feeling lonely or somehow they don't have friends. And then they're told if you want to join this group of friends, you have to do what you ask you to do. Like for example, you have to start smoking with us, and then boom, because you are lonely, because you want to be friends with someone, because you want to have friends, because you just want to be stuck up in a corner alone with no one to comfort you. You decide to do what they want you to do, like doing drug abuse, just so that you can be associated in a specific group. Of which, in a way, that is affecting the society in a way that you'll find that drug abuse is now everywhere. It's popular, especially in Zimbabwe. It's now popular. It all links to peer pressure. It comes back to peer pressure. Many of those things come back to peer pressure. Vaskana varikuita nhumbu vachiri young ages, 13, 14, 15, even less than 18 years. Unoona mwana ane mwana. Uyu mwana ane mwana ko. That is not just making sense. It is all being affected by peer pressure. Peer pressure is a very bad thing, and I believe that it should be reduced. I believe that there should be means or ways to reduce peer pressure because it is affecting our society, our children, our women, our children, our women, our people. Everybody is being affected by this. Even the parents, they are being affected by this. No parent would want to see their child go crazy in road, in town, or everywhere. Achipenga nema drugs, nemtoriro, whatever it is. I believe that the government or whoever is in charge, or whoever is in charge of these cases, should do something about this. Implement a law that goes against the thing. Implement a stronger force that will fight against this substance abuse or against this peer pressure which is leading to substance abuse. Thank you.
My name is Ivy Ruvimba Kurotwi, and
My name is Rutendo Cheuka.
today these are about peer pressure. Many children, like young children, varupuwa peer pressure nevamwe vavo. Say it's like Mabodas examples. Mabodas anopuwa peer pressure nevamwe. Mwana anogona kuenda kumba every week achipiwa chikafu, achipiwa mari zoti anopuwa nani pamwe apuwe kumba. And then like ane chikafu nokuchikoro, and then iwewe uona kuti mwangu anacho ini handina. Woda kuita zvinhu zvisiri zvo, like tupuwa peer pressure nevamwe kudaita musikadzi wausi. For example, kuenda out mutauri usina ana mari but wodzoka uine mari asiwo kumba hakuna kana chiriko andikona. And this about nudes, like kuti vanhu vari kuposta nudes, pictures. It's a bad thing kwatiri isusu kuti tiposte nude. Unozonetsana nemukomana wawatumira nude pic, anozothreatena achikuti ukasaita chakati uyase ndichaposta manudes kuma friends ako or kuma family members ako, which is not good for us.
Tadzidza kuti peer pressure yakaipira zvinhu zvakawanda. Kana let's say ukaona vamwe vachiita drugs, iwe uri kugara navanhu vasikaita drugs, and iwe zvichakupa pressure uchifema mweya uya lese vamwe vari kuputa fodya, uchafema mweya uya wodzimara iwe waakuputawo futi. And then panyaya futi yekuti vamwe vana vari kuuya nechikafu chakawanda iwe usina, zvinokupa pressure futi yekuti unonotsvaga unonoitawo zvimwe zvinhu zvokuti zvinokupedzisira zvakupinza munjodzi. Vatadzidza futi nyaya yeonline dating, hanzi yakaipira pakuti munhu anogona kuzoti wamusendera manudzi anditi ozotanga kublackmaila nenhau yemanudzi iyayo akuti ukasandiitira zvakati ndikutosenda mapictures ako, ukasandipa mari anenge akukutorerawo mari nezvinhu zvakasiyana siyana. Zvinodo zvakadziva
tikupresenta ma-disadvantages of social media. Saka pekutanga tanyora kuti it can contribute to social isolation. Tataura kudaro but tatanga maybe vanozoda further explanation handiti, but aikuexplainerai pazasi kuti chadai chiti social isolation chi. Saka ava vanhu vatava dachiti the lack of social contacts and having few people to interact with regularly. Saka tapedza kudaro twadenda pa question 2 point 2 but it represents a false idea of relationship or friendship, I mean. But I could explain it right as a friendship where some people pretend to be your friends or in your friend sometimes, but actually use their power to bully you. Pambo pua my examples kuti kune mamwe achona patechiti ma false relations, ma false friendships ari pa difference vamashona anti pambo example online dating. Saka sometimes unokwanisa kutrikwa ipapo through yoshiti waona maybe shamwari or kana waona a stable relationship zvirichi zvekunyepa. Zvinhu zvinowanika it's a disadvantage. Unenge watokabira wepai watopenyerwa. Unenge watopenyerwa nepika nditi. Zvinoitika. Nenge riri Snapchat. Right. It increases feelings of depression. Itamboitaura depression vamwe vachona matombo pama examples kuti social media sometimes depression yapakasiyana siyana. Sometimes vamwe vanopiwa pressure zvambotaura kunzi pressure yesocial media. Pane zvimwe zvinhu zvekuti kuna mwana anopisa pasocial media but pareality arika achangoriwo kunge isusu hedu zvinogona kukonzeresa. Then sometimes makamboona kuti kana data rinombosheka handiti, kana data rasheka pepaye vanhu kupera kana usina data handiti vamwe vachona mumwe munhu anotoita depressed nenyaya yekuti ashaya data unototonga akurwara chichi ashaya data maybe pane zvanga achiresearcha kana kuti pane zvanga achitawa ipapo hatizonyatsonzwisisa hedu but mwe anopesera kutotonga ari kurwara nekushaya data mamwe ma-disadvantages depression. Okay. Then bataina yakanzi wrong use of internet, e.g. downloading pornography. Kune vamwe vanoita vanoshandisa platform ye-internet zvisiririzvo. Uye ufanira kuresearcha kana entertainment imwe yakangonaka uchiona kana mamovie online chichi. But then vamwe vachona vanopesera vakudownloada zvidachitaura izvi. Vanopesera kudownloada pornography nezvimwe zvinhu zvisiririzvo. Vamwe vachona vanopesera vakushandisa zvisiririzvo like kuseculata manude pics. Saka zvinhu zvatichifanira kugadzirisa. It's a disadvantage social media. Maita basa henyu.
Social media ndiwaya muri kuona chatanga connectivity pa social media. Unonongowana kabebi konenge wanatirwa nako uri mukomana. Saka pa connectivity munokwanisa kutaura mese muchiconnectana mapanzwa. And then toenda pa cheap communication. Iri cheap munosenderana mamessages zviri cheap mapanzwa. Kuita information updates munokwanisa kuona mamwe ma-updates especially vamwe vanoita zvebhora chichichichi vanopostwa mamwe updates ebhora. Kuita vanenge vachida news chichi panopostwa. Kuita fast and sending and receiving ma-messages. Social media iri fast pakusenda nekureceive ma-messages. Pa-entertainment zvekare pane vamwe vanoda kuentertainwa, panenge pane mavidhiyo chichi ari fani ana Charlie Chaplin kuita ana Ridiculous chichi vanenge vachipostwa pasocial media. Saka vanhu vanonakidzwa kuita pama-research purposes zvekare pane ma-research purposes sometimes unoona ngwajambo nechinhu chinenge chapost saka yakanakira unokwanisa kuresearch zvinhu zvaunenge uchida unozviwana pasocial media. Kuita for educational purposes pachikoro tichipiwa maassignment makala machichi make saka unonosecha zvinhu zvechikoro unozviwana pasocial media. Ndo mapoints
online. What is online safety? Okay, online safety, there's another word for that, which is cyber safety or electronic safety. Cyber safety and electronic safety is the act of security risks to private information and property associated with using the internet. We specify the security risk to private information and property associated with using the internet. I think we want to make a private yet up, about the security risks. Online, not knowing the teacher, I'm not meaning specifically nude pictures or whatever, but whatever that you put online, there's a risk to that as well, which links with online safety. And my privacy, my risk and cheating amazing. Talking about ways to protect online safety. Number one, update your internet. Updating your internet is a way that protects you from online safety. In a way which you update the internet. Internet platform, online platform, you can remove that and then keep those that is necessary, that will not harm you personally or that will not harm your personal health. Number two, never share your password. That's the number one rule, guys. Don't you some people who use the password there when you go people the password and give a Facebook because you never know where that password might land. And then number three, get the latest antivirus and firewall software. That's the basic one. I'm sure you understand that. Then you also have to change your password on a regular basis. Change my password in here and one more. We got 2 months in the password one more change. We don't have 5 years in the password one. No be rush. And don't click on a strange. Don't click on strange looking links. Wakomana specifically. Mukatumira ma links nema bebe press this link to view my videos, my nude videos and stuff. Mobile link muno yekwa boys. Nekuda manu dumaizi. And the consequences of not being safe online. But number one, the invasion of privacy. Privacy yako online here. Munhu anongoona privacy yako totora iti undamjuma. Which jumps straight to cyberbullying. Munhu awana privacy yako manje yanototora iti ndine privacy yako bva kutsoma chamara yangu kana kuti gamu akamasa kukara fema zvaizvo. Kana ngoti gamu ndaona ka picture yako online usina wakapfeka kambra kana kuti wanzi iwe saka manje chintumira mamwe nude pictures ako usina kutopfeka it wakatanitumira ndopublisha chi andaona ini. And then identity theft, inobva from password kuya ukabira password yako munhu anoba identity yako, and then he or she starts to communicate with your loved ones or those close to you, pretending to be you. Sometimes they might be speaking things which are vulgar or things which are hurtful to others, to those which are close to you, speaking as you, pretending to be you, which will affect you personally and affect those you love and those close to you. So all in all, online safety, boys, is very important. Just keep yourself safe online. Don't just post anything. Post them nudes, man.
I think sometimes towards the my youth, sometimes I want to drama drugs, but I still teach the drama drugs. But I'm getting let's say just not repeat like my boss asked about and then he praised you, especially when my relationship never scan. Some other girls want to disrespect zvototi unopedzisira usina kana choice and then kana kumba kwatobva cheko some of my parents vamwe vacho vasingambozvinzwisise handika saka unongosina kana any other choice and then unoita madrugs and nyaya yekusaricha self reflection sometimes tikurarama tichitarisa life rarama nemwe munhu tisingagonzi life yandi kurarama inini lese inini handitaka kuti lese friend yangu anenge ane kumba kwavo kune mumwe maani kudarika inini obvious pressure inoti kutibata tichiri mayouth and then inini ndida kukopa mumwe wangu every day ari kuya akapfeka new sneakers iPhone and stuff saka zvosvika pauti zvotiremera zvototi unotopedza kutozvitsvaka kana madha kusangana any other choice yekuita because unongo chitongonzi hayo tongoriwo low class hauna kacho unokwanisa kukachipa kana kuti bobatsira munhu saka I think kuti ipapo but you're not saying but you are not saying kuti tikuda kutora madrugs chase not but inyaya kuti choice pembe pasisina sometimes madrugs anoita feeling like varifila better but aisiwo nyaya yacho nyaya kuti unotozviuraya. So I think kuti ipapo we need more help panyaya madrugs abuse especially ngati makwanisa kana kuti kubatsira mayouth kuti kuita small business.
Alright, my issue here comes to the topic of gender-based violence. Nowadays you find that gender-based violence is mainly focused on women and children, but then however the men, they are being disassociated from these cases. The men, they are always being the ones who are being accused, but then they are not, but they are not seen as victims. But in some cases, they are actually the victims of these cases. Like the women in there, like I'm thinking about the married couples there. Why was she beaten? What did she do to provoke the men? Even the children, why are they being raped? Some children, they are walking around there in the streets, they are dressing like, yo, my God, I can't explain this.
One of our core work is advocacy work and awareness raising. We unify the voices of persons with disabilities. We also amplify the issues that they face. Right now, I think, especially COVID-19, especially Cyclone Idai, has brought upon, has shaded light on the gap, or the inequalities in terms of accessing the digital spheres. For example, today we are celebrating all children, but to children with disabilities. After when Cyclone Idai hit, there were online radio lessons being conducted. I know of one online radio lesson that were being conducted, but those were excluding, for example, children with hearing impairment. In COVID-19, during COVID-19, we had virtual education, online lessons being convened. So realizing that, we had with our different partners, like I said, we work with everyone, the government and other development actors. We then reflected on how we can then do better as a way of raising awareness and advocating. And then we also did a research last year on inclusive education, which also highlighted on the importance of children with disabilities in terms of accessing also the digital space to learn and improve the quality of life. In terms of learning as well, because children with disabilities, they also need, in terms of reading, writing and communication. For example, you have visual impairment, you will need JAWS to read, to write. You also need, for those with hearing impairment, they need captions. They also need, we're also advocating for accessibility on online platforms. We are also calling upon development actors as well to come together to improve accessibility in terms of getting those gadgets to children with disabilities. In terms of what can we do to facilitate those children, let's say you have a gadget, but you might not have data to participate. We are also advocating for that as well. We are also advocating for accessibility. We also do accessibility audits as an organization, and we also encourage other development actors, private organizations, other companies to work, to partner with organizations or persons with disabilities, because they represent different types of disabilities, and they recommend better than someone without a disability, in terms of how can you make, for example, an online platform accessible to people with different types of impairments. For example, those with hearing impairment, they might need those with visual impairment, they may need to navigate easily on sites, on various online platforms. You see, those with low vision, they need large print. Those with intellectual disabilities, they might need pictorial forms. So if we partner, if we work together, we can work on resource mobilization. We can work even on capacity building each other, on how best we can make the digital space accessible to persons with different types of disabilities.